Hey now, Mike Shamon here, and today guys I'm going to show you how to do some cool hover and rollover effects with the Divi theme and the visual builder from the Divi theme. These are some cool hover effects, how to change text on hover, zoom effects on hover, image overlays, how to do saturation, invertations of pictures. Go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's go and get into the video right now. Hey now, Mike Shamon here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do some cool hover and rollover effects, so let's get into it right now. So I already have some pre-made buttons here, and I have a button, I have a blur module, and I have an image, and it doesn't really matter which module you choose. You do them all the same kind of, but let me show you here because there's some different settings that you can choose depending on what module you want to work with. But let's just start with the button. So let's go up here to the button settings. Now if I want to change the background color of when somebody hovers over the button, what you want to do is you want to go button and you want to go to your background color. And you want to go to this little arrow right here. Okay, and this little arrow, you'll find it in most of these places under design. So you just want to go to the arrow and you want to go to hover. And on the hover effect, that's when you just change your color to whatever you want it to be on hover. In this case, we can choose the background color as orange. And that's a simple hover effect that you can do right now. If you want to get a little bit more technical, you can do other things such as text shadow. If you want text shadow on your text. All right, and then I would just bump up the width, the weight a little bit here. All right, and then if you want to do something on hover though, if you look on box text shadow here, or button text shadow, there's no hover state for text shadow there. But there is a hover state for this blur strength and these other options. So you'd want to select this if you wanted to roll over, text shadow rollover, you want to select it, and then during hover state, you can do the hover state right here. Go to hover and adjust the hover state to that. All right, let's just say you want to do that and then make it a little bit darker maybe. All right, and now if we go to save, I check marked out of that box. Now if we go to save and we go to exit visual builder, you can see when we roll over now, it has the shadow and it has the color change right there. So go back to enable visual builder for just a moment. Let me show you something else. Go back out into the module settings here, or the button settings, and you go to design and button. You can add an icon there if you wanted to on rollover. Just show button icon yes on rollover. And then you select the icon that you want to show on rollover, okay? And then you can select the placement as well. Although I don't like to have the button show on rollover, or the icon show on rollover. If you want an icon, just show it all the time. Let me show you something you can do with one of the blurb tools as well. So if you go to this blurb, all right, and I've just edited a little bit, not much. Here's something that cool you can do with the blurb is you can change the background. Okay, so on rollover, let me show you this background. Let's just say we want a lighter background here. We want it to be like that, or let's just choose. Maybe we just want it to be a white. All right, on rollover with a border. Oh, and actually, I've made a mistake here. If you haven't noticed, I forgot to do something. This is something that you may do as well, because I've done it before numerous times, and just something that you don't really even realize you're doing. I've already started switching this, but I haven't gone to the hover state. Okay, I'm not in the hover state. Remember, you want to be in the hover state. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit out of this. I'm going to go back to it, and I'll go back to the background, and then I'll click the hover state. Okay, and now on hover, it's going to be white background. Just go check that. And now I just check it to save, so I can go to the next thing. I'm just going to go to this text blurb here, and I'm going to go to, it's an H4. And then if you look on hover, I'm just going to go on hover here. I'm going to make it black. All right, I'm going to do the same thing, save, and I'm going to go to the same thing here. If I go to hover, body text color, I'll make it black as well. All right, check that. Let's go back into it. Now on the image part, maybe I want the image to be a little bit different on rollover there. So what I can do on image rollover is maybe I want to do a border. So on rollover, on hover, I should say, it's gonna make it a little bit more right there. Okay, do a 8 pixel border. And then maybe I want to do a box shadow as well. What I'll do is I'll add the box shadow here. If I go to the blur strength, I'm just going to go to 0. All right, but then on hover, I'll click hover and I'll make a blur like that. Okay, and then let's go down here and check that out. What I'll also do is I'll go back to the design and settings here. I'll go to animation, or actually I'll go to, yeah, we can go to animation, go to zoom. All right, and actually let's go to transform. I like transform a little bit better. So animation, none. Go to transform, and then we'll do just a little jump. Actually, go to hover, make sure again you're on hover, and I'll do a little jump. All right, go check. So now let's go to save, exit our visual builder. All right, so now we have our button there. Now if we go to our blurb, all right, you can see that there, that it changes, zooms, it changes the background, and it changes the text color as well. Now you can say, oh look, it's not a link though. So I can show you how to link that in just a moment, but that's how you do the blurb setting like that. And then I'm gonna show you how to link this, and I'm also gonna show you how to change this image on Rollover. So maybe you want a different image on Rollover here. Let's go and change that right now, back into our visual builder. So now in order to link this, you wanna go to your blurb module here in module settings, and you can go to link, and you can put your link right here for the title if you only want the title to link, or you can put your link right here if you want the whole module to link. So I would suggest doing the whole module, so you can put that right there and just go check mark, and now that whole module will be a link to wherever the desired place is. So for this image module now, this is just an image module I have in here, so you just want to go to your image settings, and actually after I do this, I want to show you one other cool thing you can do with the button. But let's do this image right now. So now go to image, you can go to hover state. All right, and now let's change the image. Just click on the image, go to this image, and go to upload, and go to check mark right there. So now on hover state, that will change. And actually, let's go to design and border. On hover state, border width. All right, and as I'm doing this, I should say, if you want to do it to the phone, if your phone settings are different, you make sure you're on phone and hover too, okay? That's gonna be two different settings there, but just go to hover now, and let's just see on hover. We're gonna do a border. All right, and then we'll do it, let's just do inset, make it red. And then we'll do a box shadow. Again, if you want this done, just select it, make your blur strength 0, go to your hover, and then up your blur strength. Okay, and then you can select the position if you want, just go to check. Now I'm also gonna go over here to this button, and I'm gonna go to, if you look at the button, it says click here. On hover, I'm going to change the text, and I'm going to say get the report now. Alright, so just go to check, and again let's go to save, and let's go to exit visual builder. Alright, so here's our button. Let's see, get the report now. Click. See that? That's pretty cool. Alright, there's our blur module switches our link to our hand right there. Alright, now our image, there it goes. All right, so you can play with the stuff to do stuff like that, and the hover effects are really cool with the Divi theme builder and the Divi visual builder. There's a whole bunch of options that you can do. All right, so one of the other things I want to do is link this up. So let's just go to here and go to link, and we'll put in our link right there. So just put in your little pound sign, go to check and save it, and then let's go ahead and let's make this color change on Rollover. So what I can do is I can just go to design and filters, and when I go to filters, I can't really mess with the hue and saturation of the image because it's a gray image, so there's not much I can do, but I'll go to invert. So if I go to hover, go to invert, just go to check. So now let's go to save, exit visual builder. All right, now when we roll over, you can see it becomes inverted. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so if you got a lot out of this tutorial, there's our button right there. So if you got a lot of this tutorial, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and check out my other tutorials. I have a whole bunch of Divi tutorials that you can go through, over 40 of them in a whole playlist that you can check out. But I also do Divi buttons, Divi text module buttons, Divi blurbs. I go over all these things in detail. So go ahead and check out my other video tutorials, and I'll see you in my next video.